again for Native American Appreciation Month. It is day 12 of Native American Appreciation Month, November 12th, 2015, and it's a Thursday. And normally it would be a day that we spotlight someone special in the Native American world, but we did that yesterday. And so today, since we flip-flop the days, I thought I would share with you a bedtime story. Now, this bedtime story is from the Apache Comanche region, and it is called How the Buffalo Were Released on Earth. In the first days, a powerful being named Humpback owned all the buffalo. He kept them in a corral in the mountains north of San Juan, where he lived with his young son. Not one buffalo would Humpback release for the people on the earth, nor would he share any meat with those who lived near him. Coyote decided that something should be done to release the buffalo from Humpback's corral. He called the people to council. Humpback will not give us any buffalo, Coyote said. Let's all go over to his corral and make a plan to release them. They camped in the mountains near Humpback's place, and after dark they made careful inspection of his buffalo enclosure. The stone walls were too high to climb, and the only entrance was through the back door of Humpback's house. After 4 days, Coyote summoned the people to another council and asked them to offer suggestions for releasing the buffalo. There is no way, said one man. To release the buffalo, we must go into Humpback's house, and he is too powerful a being for us to do that. I have a plan, Coyote said. For 4 days we have secretly watched Humpback and his young son go about their daily activities. Have you not observed that the boy does not own a pet of any kind? The people did not understand what this had to do with releasing the buffalo, but they knew that Coyote was a great schemer, and they waited for him to explain. I shall change myself into a killdeer, Coyote said. In the morning, when Humpback's son goes down to the spring to get water, he will find a killdeer with a broken wing. He will want this bird for a pet and will take it back into the house. Once I'm in the house, I can fly into the corral and frighten the buffalo into a stampede. They will come charging through Humpback's house and be released upon the earth. The people thought this was a good plan, and the next morning when Humpback's son came down the path to the spring, he found a killdeer with a crippled wing. As Coyote had foreseen, the boy picked up the bird and carried it into the house. Look here, the boy cried. This is a very good bird. It is good for nothing, Humpback shouted. All the birds and animals and people are rascals and schemers. Above his fierce nose, Humpback wore a blue mask, and through its slits his eyes glittered. His basket headdress was shaped like a cloud and was painted black, with a zigzag streak of yellow to represent lightning. Buffalo horns protrude from the side. It's a very good bird, the boy replied. Take it back where you found it, roared Humpback, and his frightened son did as he was told. As soon as the killdeer was released, they returned back to where the people were, and changed back to Coyote. I have failed, he said, but that makes no difference. I will try again in the morning. Perhaps a small animal will be better than a bird. The next morning, when Humpback's son went to the spring, he found a small dog there lapping at the water. The boy picked up the dog and at once hurried back into the house. Look here, he cried. What a nice pet I have. How foolish you are, boy, Humpback growled. A dog is good for nothing. I'll kill it with my club. The boy held tight to the dog and started to run away crying. Oh, very well, Humpback said. But first let me test that the animal is a dog, to make certain it's a dog. All animals in the world are schemers. He took a coal of fire from the hearth and brought it closer and closer to the dog until it gave 3 rapid barks. It's a real dog, Humpback said. You may keep it in the buffalo corral, not in the house. This was, of course, exactly what Coyote wanted. As soon as darkness fell and Humpback's son went to sleep, Coyote opened the back door of the house. He then ran among the buffalo, barking as loud as he could. The buffalo were badly frightened because they'd never heard a dog before. When Coyote ran nipping at their heels, they stampeded toward Humpback's house and entered the rear door. The pounding of their hooves awakened Humpback, and although he jumped out of bed to try to save them, the buffalo smashed down the front door and escaped. After the last of the shaggy animals had galloped away, Humpback's son could not find his small dog. Where's my pet? Where's my little dog? Ah, that was no dog, Humpback said sadly. That was Coyote the trickster. He has turned loose all our buffalo. Thus, it was that way the buffalo were released to scatter all over the earth. Not a bad little story. Not a bad little tale. I hope you guys have a great evening. My name is Enoch Chapman again for Native American Appreciation Month. Go out and hug yourself a Native American, and I will see you tomorrow.